Hey, so on my journey of self-discovery, I was just sitting here at the keyboard plunking some stuff out, and I might have to go sit at a different place, but I was just playing something. I just would sit down and play just whatever. I'm not reading any sheet music. I used to. It's been some time. And I'm thinking how freaking cool it is, right? That I am able to unapologetically just sit down and non-judgmentally whatever on the keyboard. I really would love to have a piano. Anyways, and how before the person I had been being, used to feel like they had to be like have things perfect, like even before I could start. It's like, well, how do you expect to get better if you don't do it and be okay with just being I'm like, well, that actually sounds kind of good. I was gonna land on something bad, but anyways, all good. I have to move because I'm gonna get sidetracked if I continue to do that. So how cool is it to be like so imperfectly oneself? I used to pass judgment on myself all the time, like I was saying, because I got a little sidetracked. I expected myself to know things immediately. Well, I do still, I think, learn things quickly. But not always. I'm not perfect. I'm trying to really think about that because I used to master skills quickly or want to do them quickly, or maybe both. Like I wanted to like get it done. And now it's kind of like this unfolding of just, I have to pause this a minute. Okay. Of just unfolding. And if I want to plink out the same note 100 times while I'm at the piano, it's like, because I don't always know where it's going. I don't hear the notes necessarily, but I feel it. Like I feel it in my body, and when I land on the key, it feels right. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope it does. But I'm not like reading sheet music. I was trying to learn some Taylor songs, and like I can, I can kind of like figure it out. And well, the sheet music I'm not really reading so much, but the YouTube, yeah. So I can figure it out, but even when I took piano lessons, I never really, I don't think, got well at it. I wanted to, but I wasn't made to practice. I had taken some lessons, and there was no like structure of practice, which I think actually for me was kind of good because, I don't know. I think I was a good enough child where I would have actually practiced had I been told, because I always wanted to do everything just right, So it's like I followed the rules and all that. So for me to be in my home and sit down and play music and just have it come through me is such a beautiful experience. And it's like a channel. It's one of the ways I connect with spirit and self. And for me to, it's hard for me to hear like the melody repeat unless I write it down. It's like I can't like go back to what I started playing. At least I can't like connect it. I might be able to, if I listen back. I don't listen back to hardly any of the stuff I record. But I don't know if I go back and listen to it while I hear the same repeating notes, because a lot of the times I'll just keep going on. And I don't know what's like musically normal. And that I think is, I don't know if I've said it already, but one of the reasons why I started this video, is because I think sometimes learning the way to do things fucks it up for you. I know it does for me, because let's say if I wanted to learn how to play piano appropriately, right? Or relearn it, I should say, because like I said, I used to play. Who said that like these notes go well together and these are dissonant and don't, like, what makes, you know, something clash or not clash, or if like you want to say, for example, painting, like who says that like that's not going to be a good example, but maybe you understand what I'm trying to say, is who makes up the rules? So I don't want to fuck up my mind and what I feel like in my journey, in my moment of life feels right for me in that moment. Sometimes I think when we like learn things by the book, it just it loses its authenticity in a way. It loses its depth and calling is what's coming to mind. So yeah, I guess like I started, for an example, I picked up some paints. I know I talked about this somewhere on some platform, so if it's a repeat of information, enjoy again. And you know, I just wanted to, like, by no means am I gonna paint like some amazing architectural whatever, but I can like swirl some paint on the canvas and like make pretty colors, and that's really kind of like what I want to do. So it's like I don't need to, like, you know, of course I like Googled some kinds of paints and whatnot, but I mean I don't even remember what I got, but I do know that the pastels, not so much for me. Glorified crayons at best, but I don't know, maybe I'm not using them appropriately. I mean, I don't know. See, and that's okay. It's okay for me not to know what the fuck I'm doing. Basically, I just know that I wanted to paint, so I'm like, why not? So it's like, you know, I used to think, well, no, I can't do that because I don't know anything about it. Just like photography. I love taking pictures of things. Definitely flowers, but I love taking pictures of things. I don't do it often enough when I'm out because I'm just trying to enjoy what I'm doing there. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just cool for me to really be on this self-discovery and be accepting of where I'm at. And if I want to do something, I don't need to be perfect. And that is amazing. Okay, I'm going to give a disclaimer here. I have completely shifted. I don't even know where I left off at. I probably stopped it very abruptly, very similar to the last one. Sorry, but what happens is the energy in my body shifts very abruptly, and I actually pause the video without saying anything, and then I come back and it's like, well, what the fuck happened? But the energy shifts so rapidly, I have to take a moment to make sure it's mine or not mine, and sometimes I don't fucking know. So as I'm walking around, I'm feeling my stomach because I am cramping. I'm gonna start my period soon. Maybe. I mean, I'm at that age where it's starting to delay, and I'm touching my body and I'm like, oh my God, it feels really good. And that is so cool to be able to feel that, because I used to touch my body and be like, oh, I wish it was this and I wish it was that, and you know, it's not perfect, but I was like, damn, that feels hot, like, you know, that feels good. I am so appreciative that I can do that for myself. I had a tummy tuck in 2016. I didn't really need it, and I've spoken about this somewhere across something, but I'm going to say it again. You know, I had gained and lost weight throughout my life. I think the heaviest I was like 180. And the lowest, I don't know why numbers are important, but this is coming out. And while I was like starving myself, I think my lowest was like 109. I was determined to get past the 110. I don't even remember where in my life I was. I think I think I had just gotten sober. I did. Yeah, I think that was the lowest weight I had been ever. I struggled with my weight for a long time. I wasn't an active kid. I wasn't taught healthy eating. You know, no fault of my parents. They did the best they could. But you know, seconds were always, it was just a thing. That's just like the way I grew up. And I think maybe I might have emotionally ate without even knowing it. I don't know. I loved ice cream. I don't know if I still love ice cream. That's really fucked up. But we're gonna stay on target. So as I was touching my body and just appreciating it, it's like, I truly love and accept myself on all levels. And that includes all the darkness, all the light, everything in between. What a cool thing to experience, because I certainly have not always felt that. Anyways, I started talking about my weight, right? And how I would starve myself. I don't know why I did that. I think, you know, I was just getting sober, and I don't know. I wonder if, I don't know. I'm curious to know about that, but I don't think I'm ready to analyze it. So this has been a really weird video. I hope it makes some kind of sense. But didn't I start talking about the piano and not being perfect? And I guess maybe that's the message. Just be your self. Like, you know, I think the video, if I ever post it, you know, the one I made last night was talking about people wearing masks, because, you know, I see shit on TikTok and I'm like, masks, like, what does that mean? Like, I don't really understand what that means. I'm just me, so like, I don't like put on a show for people. At best, and maybe I flirt with people, but I mean, that's just me being like me, right? Like, so flirting is just like a personality style, maybe. I don't even know if I do it that well, or if they know I'm flirting. It'd be interesting to find out, though. So yeah, I don't know where that came from. That was really wild. So if you know, you know. Oh my God, I had to pause the video because I'm sitting here laughing at myself. I'm like, that was wildly, like, what a weird little twist, right? Shit like that just comes out. This is what I do. This is how I process life. It's like I'm speaking to you, but it's like as I'm speaking to you, I'm processing life. And it's just weird because I've been doing this for weeks, and it's been a very therapeutic, great therapeutic tool. Disclosure, I did take a couple of gummies. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Well, I did say I was sober, but you know, in my other videos, I do say that 2024, I decided to be not sober by choice, and I'm very happy with that choice. And I am healthy in that choice. So yeah, it's been cool to explore spirituality, and also doing that with the gummies. It kind of like, I mean, I'm very connected anyways, but it just takes that veil. Like, sometimes there is no veil. It's a really amazing experience, and I have had a couple of very intense awakenings, as well as a lot of little mini awakenings. And those awakenings using you know, weed, they've been like mind blowing, right? Like, I feel things in my body that I didn't know were possible. And this spiritual journey, I am so curious to know, and I'm sure I've said it before, but I'm curious to know people who are on the spiritual journey and they use something like weed, because for me it kind of opens me up more. And so I'm curious to know what people think about that, and I'll just leave that at that.